Welcome back to Elden Ring.
Gotta finish off the Sage's Cave. This one is gonna suck. Unfortunately, there is a torch that could help us. We don't have it, and I don't know where to get it. So we gotta rely on our eyesight, maybe, hopefully, and Engval. Engval will be a big help.
Engval can see in the dark.
Engval can see the invisible.
He ate carrots. I'm pretty sure I told you about the one movie that was like had subliminal messages to eat carrots, right?
I don't recall. But
It was like this one movie
Invisible.
about like
Invisible.
this gunman, and I think it was called like Shoot 'Em Up or something like
this
that.
hurt.
About like this hired gun going after all these guys, and he was eating carrots throughout the movie because carrots good for your eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got home, I just, for some reason, I just grabbed a bag of baby carrots and just started snacking on them. And my dad was like, "Why are you eating carrots?" And I think, granted, this was like 15, 20 years ago, I may have said something along the lines of, you know, I don't really know.
Should have been snacking on him like Bugs Bunny. Alright, concealing veil. Talisman put together from a knot of cloth of lustrous sheen.
That went a whole lot better than you thought it would.
It did, actually. Completely conceals the wearer's presence while crouching at a distance from foes. Part of one of the concealing veils used by the assassins on the Night of Black Knives. Alright, so I'm just curious, because I did not test this when I picked it up. How... Oh, it doesn't actually show me this happening, huh? Okay, so I don't know how this looks to someone else.
Oh.
That sucks. Oh well. Because it says, yeah, if you crouch down, you go invisible. But it doesn't show me what that looks like, apparently. So I don't know how invisible I am, if it's only, like, somewhat or fully.
Alright,
let me go sit at the Grace here just to recharge my flasks.
Recharge your flask, or else you will suffer.
Recharge the flasks. What was your favorite Courage the Cowardly Dog episode?
Oh, there were so many of them, but I think it was the one where, oh, I forget all the characters' names, but was the fox's name just Fox?
I don't remember a fox. Are you talking about the cat?
Yes.
His name was just Cat then.
Okay,
then
Cat.
There's a fox. I'm not remembering the fox.
Okay, but him kidnapping Muriel so that she would tell him his secret recipe.
Oh, is that the one when he's like owning a candy shop or something?
I think something like that.
Owns a candy shop, wants the secrets. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. There we go. Sacred Order. Hey, Butter. I think, I think mine is probably the one where he's got the box that his brother has. And he's like, keeps wanting to open it, but can't figure out how to open it. And then eventually gets literally, by the end of the episode, sucked inside the box with all the money. But now he can't escape. So he can't spend it on anything.
Yeah, okay. So it was taffy, and her secret ingredient was vinegar.
It's always vinegar. It's always her secret ingredient. She puts it in all of her recipes. I think that's a direct quote.
And, Doc Gerbil,
oh god, that one's a weird one.
I think I remember it because it was so weird.
It's weird because it's silent other than the song. And I'll be honest, I don't like the song. Like, I don't know if it's because it's, like, kind of weirdly discordant. I don't know if it's because it's intended to be creepy. Something about it I viciously don't like.
Well, Courage was always supposed to be PG creepy.
Yeah, it's not even the creepy bit, though. Something about the way the song is played or the way the music sounds, something about it just does not sit right with me. It's not creepy. It just feels wrong.
Maybe it was supposed to?
It might. It might very well supposed to. Hey, Barney!
Oh, and speaking about creepy, PG creepy things, actually it was earlier today.
Hey.
I came across an article of the best Riddlers in Batman, animated or not, and I found out that Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, voiced the Riddler in The Batman.
Okay. I don't remember what he sounded like in that one.
Yeah, but I haven't seen enough of The Batman to remember him.
Yeah, neither have I. I mostly remember the Joker, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's like...
I don't even remember when Harley shows up in that one, honestly. Like, I've seen the design, and the design's alright, but I don't remember what she sounds like or how she acted. Oh, right, there was a chest down here. I forgot about that one. Oh. And this thing. Fumer's bottle, and I believe this is the cookbook. But yeah, jumping back to Courage for a second, I think my second favorite is probably the mermaid one.
Mermaid one.
Mermaid or Siren? I'm not quite sure which one specifically it was supposed to be. It's kind of a mix of both, I want to say. Because Eustace keeps getting siren called. So, he keeps, like, wandering out of his bed. For one reason or another, like, whenever he hears the song. And, by the end of it, from what I can remember, the siren is literally in a puddle outside the house. And, Courage has to, like, jump in the puddle to save Eustace, because he gets pulled into, like, some underwater world. And the mermaid/siren is, like, ready to devour him.
Okay, when you say jumping into a puddle, I vaguely remember that.
Mm-hmm. It's one I remember, but for the longest time I thought I didn't, like, it wasn't a real episode and I was just making it up because nobody I ever talked to remembered it either. And I'm like, no, I swear this is real. And it wasn't until I, like, looked it up later on that I found the episode. I'm like, no, I wasn't crazy. It is real.
Well, what about Fred?
I love Fred.
How he speaks in rhyme.
I think that's actually my second favorite. I think the mermaid gets knocked down because I forgot about Fred. Because he just wants to be naughty. That one, yeah, for sure. Alright, nothing else around here? Cool.
Wait. Did he speak in rhyme?
He did. Not? He spoke in rhymes.
Oh, okay.
Mostly in, I think, inner monologue. But when he did speak, he's like, "Come now, doggy, I just want to shave you because I'm naughty." It's like, what the fuck, man?
I wish he would have came back for his second episode.
I'm trying to remember if he did. I want to say he did, but maybe I'm wrong. Because I thought I remembered one of him, like, getting out of the straitjacket from the prior episode he was in. I miss Courage. It was such a good show. We need more horror comedy like that. It's such a delicate balance to hit, but when you hit it right, it is gold.
What about season 3? Because I'm looking at the Courage wiki right now, or Courage fandom, and it has season 1, season 2, and season 4.
Where's 3?
I don't know, but it says that he was only in one episode.
Aww.
Unless he was in season 3, or unless it's a misprint.
Yep.
Okay, so there was a season 3, but it just wasn't shown, I guess. I mean, it wasn't listed here, I guess.
Nice.
So there is a chance he might have been in season 3.
There are no hidden paths, you liars.
Oh, and D-Lung.
Who is that one?
Shut up, you fool!
That one's not ringing any bells.
He was a Korean guy?
I think I vaguely remember him.
Who would, like, not quite Mr. T levels, but he would always call people, "you fool."
Mm-hmm. I only vaguely think I remember him. Listen carefully, skeleton, as you sit in your coffin. Alright, now, if I recall correctly, yep, I gotta drop down over here. Got some sleepers here. Who will definitely attack me in a minute I walk down the hallway, I'm sure. Alright.
But now that Mark Hamill has stopped voicing the Joker, I wonder if Tara Strong will stop voicing Harley in some appearances.
Oh, no. I don't know that Harley... I don't know that Tara Strong would have had... Ow! What hit me? He hit me through the floor. There we go.
You don't know if Tara Strong...
I don't know if, like in the case with Batman and the Joker, if there's that hard of a connection that would stop her.
Ah, okay, okay.
Like, I get that, you know, that's her pudding, but, like, I don't know. I don't know if she would have that strong of a conviction for it in general.
Because it's like, with Mark Hamill, since his connection, crap, I'm blanking on his name. Who voiced Batman?
I'm in the middle of something. I can't think straight right now. You're on your own this time, bud. Alright, good. Didn't it start with
Kevin.
a K? There you go.
Kevin, yeah. Yeah, but since Mark and Kevin were such, like, good co-working friends, and maybe friends outside of a job, that when Kevin died, Mark's like, I'm stepping down. But if there was a connection between, like, Mark and Tara like that.
There could be, but I just don't think of it because it's not like your signature villain versus hero thing, right? I just don't think that connection is there. I could be wrong. But I feel like if Mark had said it like he had, we would have heard from Tara already.
Yeah.
Alright, so a couple things. Got this thing. Spirit with the aspect of wings, which takes flight to loose arrows from its bow. The misbegotten are held to be punished, are held to be a punishment for making contact with the crucible, and from birth they are treated as slaves or worse. And then we got Trisha. Where is she? Wait, here she is. Trisha was once known as a healer who dedicated her efforts to treating misbegotten, omen, and all those seen as impure. When her efforts failed, she was their companion as they died, watching over them to ensure that they could pass peacefully, free of pain. A tale akin to the origins of the deathbed companions. Alright, now one last thing to check out, and then we're back to the manor. I think it was this one? Yeah, Lux Ruins.
I remember when my sister was, like, really young, and she had, like, a lot of stuffed animals. One of her favorites was named Patricia. I don't know why she named it that, but, like, that memory just suddenly activated for some reason.
It's in her brain.
Like, did you have a favorite stuffed animal when you were younger?
It wasn't a stuffed animal. It was actually a Beanie Baby.
Oh.
But there was a legitimate reason for it. Oh, it's gone. What? It's this way? No, I hear a jingling, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. No, so the reason for it was because it was a beagle, and I believe I got it right around the time my pet beagle at the time had died.
Oh.
So it kind of, it was kind of, in a way, a replacement to a certain degree.
Hmm. And I think in my, like, most I had, and, like, 1 or 2 may have been hand down from my parents, but I think I had, like, 6 I used to sleep with when I was, like, 7 years old-ish, and I don't know why I was, like, had a stuffed phase, and one of them was a stuffed Hulk Hogan.
What?
I was not into wrestling that much, but for some reason, I had a stuffed Hulk Hogan.
Did somebody win it in, like, one of those prize grabber machines, maybe?
I don't
That's the
know.
only reason I can legitimately think that that would have been a good idea.
It was, like, half a pillow in a way, like, not, like, super bendable or stuff like that. But, okay, wait, there was Lassie, there was Pluto, there was Hulk Hogan, there was a teddy bear, and I'm blanking on the other 2 I had, but honestly, like, I had that teddy bear until I was, like, 11 or 12. Like, granted, I didn't sleep with it a lot. It was just, like, sitting out, and supposedly I got that when I was born, so maybe it was just a little bit of, like, comfort to me when I was, like, getting too old for stuffed animals, that there was a little bit of a, like, personal attachment to that. And if I ever have kids, my firstborn is getting that bear.
So, speaking of stuffed animals,
this sounds like it might be dark.
Maybe.
Just with the awkward chuckle you gave.
So, have you ever heard of the Reddit, Am I the Asshole?
I have not.
So, essentially, Am I the Asshole is like, you tell the story of whatever situation you're in, right? And then the subreddit will decide, are you the asshole? Is the person you're having the fight with the asshole? Or, you know, whatever the situation calls for. Is everyone or no one an asshole, right? So, I'm going to be paraphrasing this because I don't remember every little goddamn thing about it. But a guy is having his firstborn child, right? I forget what the gender is. It's not that important. But I guess at some point during this, he comes running in with something that is apparently a family tradition, which is a stuffed bear made by his grandparents, right? Sounds good. That bear is stuffed with, take a wild guess.
I want to say a comedy answer, like bees. But
I feel like that'd be a dead giveaway right away.
It's that material that's fire resistant and that causes cancer.
Oh, you sweet summer child, you're thinking so innocently.
Oh, so it's not that.
It is most certainly not.
And I'm blanking on the word.
Are you thinking of asbestos?
Thank you. Thank you.
It is not that. Do you have a second guess?
Is there something worse than asbestos?
It depends on your definition of worse.
And bees would be like...
It is not a living thing. How the fuck do I get up there?
And this is causing a guy to say, am I an asshole for doing this?
Well, let me put it this way. So the reaction upon his wife getting this bear and being told about it, she essentially freaks out, tells her family, and the entire family suddenly has this massive problem to the point where it might actually cause the marriage to break apart.
Oh my god,
So both families are like kind of not in a good position, let's just say, for
I
this.
have no idea what could cause something like this.
Come on, let me up here. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
I have no idea.
Let me give you a hint. What would be something that might be cult sounding that would be stuffed in the bear?
Human remains.
You're half right. One of those words is correct.
Bear remains? This is an actual bear?
It is not remains. Human was the part that was correct.
Human hair.
There you go. It is apparently their tradition that the child gets a bear with the hair from the parent from when the parent was an infant stuffed into it. And it's supposedly supposed to symbolize the passing down of, like, you know, the parent always being there for the child, like, and the protection and stuff like that, right? That's kind of the idea behind it. Or at least the supposed idea.
Oh.
The wife freaked out, said it was like a cult-like kind of thing, and was like, what the fuck? I don't want that anywhere near my child. Told her family, and now both sides of the family are like in a massive upheaval because of this.
Oh. That... Oh.
So who's the asshole?
A guy for following his family tradition?
Uh-huh.
Even though it's a weird family tradition?
Uh-huh. Or is it the girl for refusing to honor that tradition? Now, let me also point out, they also tend to, like, add in some extra details for when people ask questions about more of the situation. Apparently, this guy never told his wife about this. It somehow never came up. Which is kind of strange, considering, you know, the guy would still have the teddy bear from, like, his, from when it was passed down to him, from his dad, or mother, whichever one it would be.
I would say the guy is a little bit of an asshole for not saying this in advance. I'm not saying, like, the tradition is an asshole.
Personally, I think that it's the guy's fault because this has not come up before. This is something you don't surprise someone with. Because clearly it's a weird thing, and even he, like, mentions in the post, I think, that it's a weird thing. But it's always been a tradition in their family. The fact that you don't bring this up, or that this somehow never came up, is really fucking weird.
Yeah, okay, so I would say it's more him than her here.
Like, now, the other thing is, like, don't drag the rest of the family into this situation yet. So, in that way, it's on her. But,
yeah.
I would definitely be like, I feel like this is mostly the guy's fault, because the first instinct for someone that gets told this out of the blue is gonna, like, freak out. Because it's such a weird idea to almost anyone outside the family.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh, we don't like this. Either that or we're just that strong.
King Gallica.
Nope, nope.
So demi-humans would have royalty.
This is the third queen we fought. Fourth queen we fought.
But were they all demi-human queens?
Yep, the three of them were, yep. Or the four, I mean, yep. Two of them didn't have a name because they were just out in the wide open world. The other ones did.
Ah.
Ritual sword talisman. What in the hell is this? It's a talisman. I know that much. I just don't know what the fuck it does.
Ritual sword. I would say prevents curses?
No. Raises HP when mages attack when HP is max.
Ooh.
Talisman pattern.
Sword.
Talisman patterned after swords used in ritual combat, held to honor the Erd Tree. Raises attack power when HP is at maximum. The practice had died out at by the age of the king consort Radagon, but remains of the arenas where ritual combat took place can still be found in every land. So this is mentioning the Colosseums that opened up for PvP recently.
So would you say this is a new area then? Because
this one, no. It was only the PvP stuff that got added. The Colosseums themselves were always there. You just couldn't get inside.
Okay, so this cave wasn't added along with PvP.
No, I don't think so.
Because the item references the PvP.
It references the Colosseums that we can see from the outside.
So
I don't think it would be a new one.
Maybe some new caves, a few new caves got added during the update to whet your appetite for the DLC?
I doubt it. They've never done anything like that before.
But then again, they've never had an open world game.
They also haven't, but they haven't added anything in general when it comes to, like, whetting your appetite for the DLC. But yeah, there was that one. That was a interesting little one to find out about.
Yeah.
There was also this other one. I'm actually referencing one of the Destructible podcasts that recently I listened to. There was another one that came up about how apparently this dude made food for made like pasta for his girlfriend, right?
Out of human hair.
Nope, not that gross. But
Okay.
she likes pasta prepared in a certain way, right? And the pasta is prepared where it's like you essentially drown it in sauce and then wash the sauce off, right? And it leaves an essence of tomato, supposedly.
Sounds like something my mom would do.
But yeah, the point is she doesn't like a shit ton of sauce. And this lets her have, like, the flavor, but without having to have, like, all the sauce on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy's like, oh, sure, you know, I'll do it for you. But turns out after, like, I don't know, I think it was like a year, he essentially confesses to her face, while she's eating it, and being like, oh, it's so good. He's like, oh, it's good, huh? You really taste that sauce, huh? He's never been putting it on there. The entire time. And I guess this was like right around the time COVID hit. So they were like living together out of, you know, A, trying to be a couple, and B, like, so they could see each other every day. And he essentially took over the
Cooking.
the cooking part of the job, yeah. and split things up that way. Hence why she wasn't doing it and he was. But yeah, who is the asshole here? Because he at first, you know, argued with her about it's a waste of food. Why should I do that? Is she the asshole for wasting the food? Is he the asshole for lying to her? Are they both assholes? You know, etc., etc.
I would say both there. Because her dumb thing, like, oh, I can taste the sauce. Because you probably, like...
Well, that's the thing. When he revealed it to her, she actually could not tell the difference. She didn't realize it, right?
Yeah, because, like, you wash all the sauce off, so you probably have no flavor of the sauce anymore.
Ah, does it? Would that be the case? Or would it leave an impression of it in there? Would there still be, like, trace amounts of flavor to it? Without having to drown it in the sauce. Like, do you like the flavor but not the texture in this case, right? Assume if that's the situation.
And buy flavored pastas. They exist.
One, I didn't know that. But two, maybe they didn't know that. Maybe they didn't know that was a thing.
Well, I mean, not like flavored pasta, but there is like some carrot pasta out there.
But I should also point out that this is something her father did for her a lot, right?
Oh.
So this is also maybe like, you know, a father-daughter kind of thing. Like a comfort food kind of situation. So taking that into consideration, is she still the asshole? And, you know, it's not like they're going through the sauce. I'm fairly certain there's a way that you could still do this and, you know, not pour the sauce down the drain. You know, recover at least some of it, I would think.
Just put, like, half a teaspoon of sauce in.
Yeah, there you go. Like, put a little bit of sauce in there, mix it all up, you get the flavor and the essence. You don't have to do all the bullshit. And you don't have to lie. Huh, I thought this would go somewhere else, but apparently it doesn't.
But that just is so dumb that, like, oh, put the sauce on, then wash it off. And I
mean, I'm sure there's other things that do similar stuff. Like if you boil pasta with, like, a seasoning, for example, that flavor gets infused into the pasta itself.
Yeah. But just the whole wash it off, like, that is some, like, not exactly, but just, like, some of the bullshit stuff that my mom does with her picky eating.
Mm-hmm.
And, like
I said, I personally think there's a way to do this and still not literally get rid of all the sauce.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's a way that people can both be happy with this, but I feel like the guy's the bigger asshole for stringing her along for literally a year on this.
But she couldn't tell at all.
I know, but you're still being an asshole by doing it for an entire year. Like, if it were me, I'd do it once just to prove the point, and then tell her and be like, look, do you still want to keep doing it this way? Because you literally could not tell the difference. Right? I would have a discussion about this. Like, I proved my point. If you still want me to do it, fine. I will find a way to not literally pour all the sauce down the drain when I do this. But I just wanted to make the point that you couldn't tell one way or the other.
I'm still going to go with both.
Erd tree seal.
Oh, and speaking about assholes, next time on Elden Ring I will share a story.
Let me read this first and then we can cut out.
Okay.
A formless sacred seal decorated with the Erd tree crest, once the focus of religion in the lands between. Even though the Elden Ring is shattered, the Erd tree has dulled from... Even though the Elden Tree has shattered... And the Erd tree has dulled from its former radiance, earnest faith continues to hold the answers. I don't know if I buy that, but okay, next time.